That moment felt like a scene that wasn't even scripted. The cameras were still rolling, the crew was busy with their equipment, and everyone thought it was just another day of filming. But who would have thought that a small, unplanned moment would shake the atmosphere and create one of the most talked about moments among fans? What was really going on behind the scenes that day? And why could one simple action make the entire set suddenly fall silent? It all began in the middle of a particularly emotional scene. Zhao Lusi was preparing herself, adjusting her breathing and expression to match her character. Meanwhile, Liu Wu was standing nearby, focused, but with an unreadable expression. There was nothing suspicious, no sign that anything unscripted was about to happen. The production crew moved quickly. The director gave final instructions, and the atmosphere fell silent. Everyone was ready for the next take. The cameras were ready, the lighting was perfect, and the moment was about to begin. But just before the action signal was given, something unexpected happened. Liu Wu stepped forward. His steps were quiet, yet enough to catch the attention of those around him. Zhao Lusi, who was initially focused, immediately turned around, slightly confused by what her colleague was doing. In a matter of seconds, the atmosphere of concentration turned into one of questioning. And then, in front of everyone, crew, staff, and even some fans on set, Liu Wu pulled something out from behind him. Flowers. A simple yet beautiful bouquet of flowers, which immediately captured the attention of everyone who saw it. No one expected it. Even Zhao Lusi herself looked completely taken aback, her expression changing from focus to a mix of confusion, shock, and a slight blush. That moment seemed frozen. No one spoke. The cameras were still rolling, but everyone seemed to have forgotten they were working. The moment was so spontaneous, so real, that it was hard to believe it wasn't part of the scene. Liu Wu then handed the flowers over with a faint smile, without any extra words. That simple gesture actually made the atmosphere much more intense. Zhao Lusi accepted the flowers cautiously, as if still trying to comprehend what had just happened. Several crew members began to exchange glances. Some smiled, some held back laughter, and still others looked genuinely surprised. The director even paused for a few seconds before the atmosphere finally picked up again. But for fans who happened to witness the moment firsthand or had footage of it, this was more than just an ordinary interaction. This was something special. The footage quickly went viral. Within hours, clips of the video began appearing on various platforms. Comments poured in non-stop. Many admitted they didn't expect it, and others began speculating. Was this just a joke? Or was there something else behind it? Some fans saw it as a sweet show of support amidst the pressures of filming. Others saw it as a sign of a closeness that transcended mere coworkers. Interpretations flourished, fueling an increasingly heated discussion. What made this moment so compelling was its sincerity. There was no contrived dialogue, no rearranged scenes. It all happened naturally, without a script, without warning. And precisely because of that, its impact was so powerful. Zhao Lusi herself was still smiling after the incident. There was a flash of emotion that was hard to describe, something perhaps only those who were there could sense. He tried to get back into character, but the aura around him had clearly changed. Filming eventually resumed, but the energy on set wasn't the same. There was a new warmth, something that made everyone a little more lively. Even some of the crew members admitted that the moment was refreshing amidst the busy schedule. Meanwhile, Liu Wu remained relaxed, as if what he was doing was no big deal. But that very attitude made fans even more curious. Was this truly spontaneous? Or was there a story the public didn't know? Over time, the moment has been talked about, not only by local fans, but also by international ones. Many felt that it revealed a different side of their relationship, a warmer, more real one. And in an entertainment world often filled with scripts and imagery, moments like this are rare. A small incident, with no dialogue, no dramatic effect, yet it left such a deep impression. Perhaps that's why the video continues to be replayed, analyzed, and talked about. Because, ultimately, it's not just about the flower itself. It's about the feelings behind it. But what made the moment even more memorable was how everyone who witnessed it felt the same way, an honesty rarely seen amidst the hustle and bustle of the entertainment industry. There were no deliberately directed cameras, no dramatic background music, just two people sharing a simple moment that somehow felt so meaningful. Several witnesses on the set then began to share their stories. They described how the atmosphere shifted instantly, from tense to warm, from professional to a little more personal. Some even said that the moment seemed to liven up the entire set, making everyone smile involuntarily. Behind the scenes, the pressures of filming are often invisible to the public. Tight schedules, emotional demands, and high expectations can create a stressful atmosphere. And perhaps, without realizing it, a small gesture like giving flowers was a way to ease that burden, both for Zhao Lusi and the entire team. Interestingly, no official clarification was given after the incident. No lengthy statement, no detailed explanation. This silence only made the moment even more mysterious, as if leaving the public to interpret what really happened for themselves. Some fans began to re-examine their interactions on various occasions. Their gazes, body language, and even the way they spoke to each other were now analyzed in greater depth. Every little detail became the subject of discussion, prolonging the viral life of the incident. But amid all the speculation, others chose to see it more simply. That perhaps it was simply a genuine show of concern between two co-workers who respected each other. Nothing more, nothing less. And it was precisely that simplicity that made it so touching. Time passed, and filming finally concluded as usual. But for many, that day would never be considered ordinary again. Something lingers, a small memory that lives on in the memories of those who witnessed it. That moment is a reminder that not everything has to be planned to be special. Sometimes, it's the spontaneous things that have the greatest impact. Something unscripted, undirected, yet capable of creating a story far more powerful than any script. And perhaps that's where the magic lies, that in a world full of scripts, there's still room for genuine surprise. A flower, a step forward, and a fleeting moment that, without realizing it, created a story that will live on forever. Even after the spotlight has faded, traces of that moment linger in various corners of the fan community. Video footage continues to circulate, recommented upon, and relived as if it happened yesterday. Each time, the same feeling emerges, a mix of awe, curiosity, and a hint of hope. There's something about sincerity that can't be faked, and that's what many people took away from the event. It wasn't about the grand gesture, but how it was done, without being over the top, without demanding attention. It was just an act that happened at the right time in a simple way. Some might forget it over time, replaced by new news and other sensations. But for those who truly paid attention, that moment will always hold a special place. A small fragment of reality that feels more alive than any scene on screen. And ultimately, this story doesn't need a definitive ending. It doesn't need lengthy explanations or confirmations. Because sometimes, a little mystery is what makes a story last longer, living among interpretations, feelings, and memories that continue to be shared from one person to another.